Have you ever had one of those days where you just feel totally stuck? Like you've got this big idea, this big dream you want to make happen, but you can't seem to get any progress. You just waste time and sit around planning or thinking about it. Maybe you sit down to start and it's so overwhelming. You're distracted. You're second guessing yourself. You actually think you need more clarity before you can go. And another day passes and another day passes, and you're still sitting there waiting. I know that feeling so well. I have been there so many more times than I can even count. I used to have notebooks. I still have notebooks full and full and full of ideas of things I want to write and creative projects I want to bring to life and big plans that get me so excited. And so many of those things over the years in the books and notepads and journals, they never actually got finished. And honestly, it was super frustrating because heartbreaking deep down inside, I knew I'm capable of so much more, but I just couldn't figure out kind of how to start, how to begin, where to go, how to get that clarity, that breakthrough. If you are like me, I want you to know that I know you're not lazy. You are so capable. It's definitely not because your dream isn't worth it. The reason we're stuck is that we don't have a simple, doable way to start. We don't have clarity on how we're going to get there. We don't even sometimes have clarity on the big overall we don't have a plan. We have this big broad idea, but it's not even clarified down to the nitty gritty of what it actually looks like. It's kind of like dreamy still. And so the brain wants us to shut down and say, let's just stay safe. We won't create anything. We won't work towards anything, even though I know you want to, because then you won't have an opportunity to get hurt. You won't be put in a place where you could fail. When I just started taking action, even in a baby step, that first small step of writing stuff down and getting more clear on what's going to happen and taking those first steps, I started creating momentum. So you don't have to do it all at once. This is what finally changed everything for me as I stopped trying to figure out the whole plan. I stopped trying to write out in books and books and books and books and books every single little thing, because it's going to change as your intuition drives you to what's really important along the way. And we want to see sometimes this exact map of where we're going, and we can't seem to create that in our mind. But what really changed for me is when I stopped creating that whole plan and I focused on just taking the next step, the next small thing every day. And then that feeling of stuckness went away because I was building momentum. I was making strides towards this. Yeah. So my challenge for you is, what little baby step can you take right now towards your dream? Maybe it's just coming up with the first sentence of your book that you've been thinking about. Maybe it's setting up the workspace for a project. Maybe it's allowing yourself to brainstorm for 10 minutes with no pressure. Whatever that is, take that little step today, because every little small action that you do is a step towards the purpose and person that you are actually becoming. So in this series, I'm going to show you how to break free from that stuck feeling and start building real momentum towards your dreams. Because if I've learned anything along this journey, it's this: you're never going to feel ready. It's never the perfect time. It's never the exact right moment, but all I do know is that the clock is ticking. And so I know that you can do this. I know that you've been wanting to do this. And I know that you probably want to see the whole plan in place before you start, but I want you to just take the next step. So in the next video, I'm going to show you where we're going to talk all about the power of small, consistent actions and how these little actions can actually change your life. And until then, remember, you don't have to do it all at once. You just have to start. So stop just filling books with ideas and actually pick something that you're going to work on. P.S. If you're ready to stop waiting and finally take action on your dreams, stay tuned. I've got something super special coming that's going to help you make the most progress you've ever made and the most beautiful season of your life that feels inspired and creative and refreshing and recalibrated that you have ever had. The best inspired season yet. Stay tuned.